Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Franchise Pearson, and welcome again to my channel. It is August 5th of 2025, 3:47 in the PM. Let's say it together. Praise God, from whom all blessings flow. What you are viewing here is the roof of Washington, D.C., where President Donald J. Trump is walking around and inspecting the White House roof. Yes, he's inspecting the work that is being done or has taken place on the roof. I stumbled upon this by accident, and I had to remember, Pearson, keep your antennas up, because certain things or unusual things that Trump does, there could very well be some symbolism. And I'm glad that I followed that. I want to thank God for the gift that He has given me, the gift of the 5 C's of clues, codes, colors, the confirmation time, and conclusion. People, there are going to be videos that you will have to refer to after a short period of time, when Donald J. Trump finally meets his demise. It's going to happen, and they are giving us signs. This particular sign is one of the most peculiar, that is unusual signs that I have ever decoded. Yet, it is relevant. The basis of it is in the past, and they play the game of future past, where they literally join or twine the two. I'm able to take history and bring it to today and give you a present. So without further ado, I'm going to show you 3 takes of Trump on the roof, and I'm going to discuss this and break this thing down, because again, it has historical significance. And let me go on record, because I'm going to be saying this more and more. I've only said it maybe once or twice. The more I decode about Donald J. Trump, who's arguably he's the most admired president, JFK, the more I research Donald J. Trump and his daily activities, the more I am convinced, just like the July 13th Butler, Pennsylvania situation, I don't believe that was true. I have concluded that the JFK situation of November 22nd of 1963 is not true as well. Because they play the future past, I have concluded that, as I have researched, probably in the top 10 of events I have ever researched, and that is the JFK moment, I am convinced that JFK, the powers had their hands in it, and the Phoenicians, and just go down the road, pick a demon. It doesn't pass the smell test with me. They had to have JFK for the moment of Donald J. Trump. That is the only way to make this thing sealed. This is why you see JFK in a lot of my decodes, because they needed a basis from which to develop the stories in the future. And you will see that in part of this decode. Now check this out.
Look here, as you can see him there, just strolling along again on the West Colonnade, on the roof there, talking to what looks to be some advisors. Not entirely sure what this little tour was about. This was not on the president's schedule, so this was really an impromptu live look that we had from there in Washington. And in just moments, I do believe you're going to see the president kind of walking through, and hopefully we hear some of what was being shouted by reporters that were down there on the ground. Of course, the press follows the president at all times of the day. And then a reminder that coming up later on today at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, we are going to be seeing him signing some new executive orders there from inside of the Oval Office. I do believe it's not going to be live footage, but it will be a tape playback. And of course, we're going to air it all in its entirety here at Live Now from Fox. All right, he's walking up. Let's listen in.
So again, he's up on the roof, and as you can see, he fielded questions, and the main reason he was up there, because Trump inspects work on rooftop. I wasn't convinced with this, and I just started thinking, and it clicked to me. It clicked to me because on November 22nd of 1963, Lee Harvey Oswald was on the 6th floor of the depository in Texas, in Dallas. He was in Dallas, where allegedly he was the one that unalived President Kennedy. Now, he died November 24th. Kennedy died on the 22nd. Oswald's birthday is 10/18. 11/24/2025, the anniversary of Lee Harvey Oswald. 8/5/2025 is today. The difference is 111. There's your 111 again. I'm sure you're asking, why am I doing Oswald? Oswald was high up. He was on the 6th floor. He was up on top of a building. Well, not exactly on the top of the building, but he was high up. This would make me think about him, and you'll see how I'm connecting all this. So this number comes out to 111. You guys have seen the 111. You've seen it when I found the mailbox in Texas. It had 111 on there. I just did another video this morning about the situation over in Los Angeles, where the kids raided the gas station / grocery store. The address was 111. The Pope died on the 111th day of the year, which is April 21st. The sole survivor of the India airplane crash a month ago, he was sitting in seat 11A, A being the first letter of the alphabet, so that's 111. So you're gonna see all this tie-in. Now, August 5th, 2025 is today. 10/18/2025 is Lee Harvey Oswald's birthday. He was the one that unalived Kennedy. The difference is 2/16. Barack Obama was born on the 216th day of the year, which is August 4th. So, now, we're talking Washington, D.C. This is where Trump is at, right? Good old Washington, D.C. and the White House. It became part of the United States July 16th, 1790. Take July 16th, 2026, the next birthday of Washington, D.C. 8/5 is today's date. The difference is 11/11. Are you seeing the consistency? It's not hard to tie it in because I follow how they speak, and the 11 or 111 or 11 comes up. Someone put in the comment section on last video that she watched another blog, and the blogger is saying that 111 means sacrifice. I can believe that. It's coming up a lot. Now check this out. The unalive event of JFK was in Texas, right? December 29th, 1845. Say December 29th, 2025 anniversary. 8/5 is today, 2025. The difference is 7/11. You guys will probably remember that Trump was in New York. Key word, New York. And they say he accidentally said 7/11 instead of 9/11. Now I want you to see something. This also comes out to 313. Pope Francis became the official pope on March 13th of 2013. I go where the numbers follow me, okay? Show me, okay? So here's Donald Trump, April 18, 2016. He said 9/11, where he said 7/11 instead of 9/11. So let's follow this rabbit hole. Here he is here, April 18, 2016.
I want to talk just for a second. I wrote this out, and it's very close to my heart because I was down there, and I watch our police and our firemen down on 7/11, down the World Trade Center right after it came down. And I saw the greatest people I've ever seen in action. And I watch our police and our firemen down on 7/11, down the World Trade Center right after it came down. And I saw the greatest people I've ever seen in action. I saw the bravest people I've ever seen, including the construction workers, including...
So he said 7/11 instead of 9/11. Let's look at it. Okay. We have 4/18/2016 when he said that. Today is 8/5/2025. Look at the difference. 111 and 24. 111 is sacrifice. Okay, what is 24? The 24th letter of the alphabet is X. That means you're eliminated. You see how this is coming to pass? The average person is going to look at Donald J. Trump on the roof and just think, okay, it's rare for a leader to be up on the roof. But see, this is one of those videos where I'm telling you, it's telling. He's on the roof, in my humble opinion, because he's speaking. He's speaking future past. He's speaking future past. This is how they roll. Now look, 9/11/2024 is the anniversary of the Twin Towers. 8/5 is today. What if I told you it was 47 weeks ago? Now you understand what I'm saying? He said 7/11 instead of 9/11, so I looked up 9/11, and the anniversary is from last year, 2024, 9/11. And just so happened today, he goes up on the roof. Well, 9/11, you're talking about the Twin Towers. That's high, right? That's high. Where Trump's on the roof. It just happened to be 47 weeks apart from the anniversary of 9/11 to today. What are the odds, people? Ain't no odds. It's 0 to infinity. It's impossible. They're speaking. This is how they speak. This is how they speak, because something's coming. Now look at this here. You guys know that Ozzy Osbourne died on July 22nd of 2025. Ever since then, I've been doing videos. Well, this one came back up in my mind also. Because if Trump is talking 9/11, when he said 7/11, then I got to go back to the Ozzy picture, because Ozzy, they got him painted as the Statue of Liberty in New York Harbor. And I see fire coming out of a tower, and I see another one with smoke, billowing smoke with a cross. That means sacrifice. Are you getting this? They just had another earthquake today in New York. It's something else coming down the pipe. We got a bat coming out of hell. I said this had to be Satan. Because you got the red, yellow, and orange sun god colors. Is that Ra? Or is that other sun gods in the past? You know, the Greeks, they had their own sun god. So did the Romans. Either way, it's a bat coming out of hell. There are people who literally say that the Statue of Liberty is covering up the abyss. You know what I'm saying? So he's shooting up out of his arm. But I said that his arm looks like the bottom of a fishtail. See this here? So in my mind, he's in New York Harbor, in the water. And that's a fishtail in his arm, the way I look at it. And coincidentally, the same day they buried Ozzy is when they had the floods in New York. I got videos on all that. But evidently, in my mind, this painting has a lot of levels. Trump's up on the roof. Come on, man. It's so much going on. Now look at this here. Ozzy's birthday is 12/3. What if you take 12/3/2025, his last birthday, from today, August 5th, Trump on the roof? You get 8/2. What is 8/2? J.D. Vance, Vice President. He's in succession. And J.D. Vance had a book out called Hillbilly Elegy. Came out on June 28th. June 28th, 2024, anniversary of that book coming out versus today, 8/5. Look, the difference is 1111. You want to stump on the mic right about now? They're telling you sacrifice is coming. To me, to a person, and to cities. And Trump just sent submarines or whatever over to you know where. Putin, what's his name? Putin. Right? I don't want to, well, you know, Putin. Isn't that what Trump sent submarines? We got to get right, stay right, get ready for the flight. These devils are planning something, people. I don't care what nobody say. Now look at this here. President Donald John Trump, 4547, inspects roof work on 8/5/2025 White House. That come out to 313. Remember 313 I told you earlier and showed you? On 313, that's when the Pope became the Pope. The grand finale is gonna mess your head up. This is the last day the Pope saw his people, because he died the very next day. On April 20th, 2025, this is the last day the Pope saw his people. And you might ask, what's the significance of this? Just watch.
Cari fratelli e sorelle, buona Pasqua, benedicat vos, omnipotente Pater, et Filius, et Spiritus Sancti. Amen.
S is 19. C is 3. That's 22. Plus V is 22. That's 44. One more is 45. We're going to do it again. S is the 19th letter of the alphabet. S is 19. C is 3. V is 22. So 19 plus 3, that's 22. Plus V, that's 22, that's 44. Plus one more is 45. What is Trump? Is he not the 45th president? Where was the Pope the day before he died? He was on high. He was up there. Was he not? Talking to the people? Was he not? Okay. So where was Trump today? This is how my mind worked. This is what me think. This is what made me think about the connection today. That Trump's up there. You see? They're twined. Whatever the Pope did, he's repeating. Let's connect it. That was April 20th of 2025. The Pope was out there. Now you got Trump on top of the roof, 8/5/2025. The difference is 108. What is 108? Just like I started, JFK. He just had his 108th birthday. My name is Trenshaw Pearson. There is something coming. I'm not gonna sit up here and tell you a big fat lie that I like this. I don't like this. But I serve God, and I have to accept destiny. I have to do what he called me to do. He didn't give me the gift to just wrap it up and put in the closet. I might not like that I do some of these decodes because, you know, I'm a human being. I do have feelings, but I have to cut off the feelings and focus because Jesus is coming soon. The powers are parading these and masquerading these events to tell stories. Again, the powers are masquerading and parading stories to tell stories. And I'm pulling them apart. They are making these national and international stories because they have a global agenda. It's the one world beast system. They got to strike fear into the average man and woman. They have to cause chaos. The Pope is already gone. You know who is going next. These events, I don't believe they're true. I believe they just have them happen on a timing basis, including the JFK, because they have to fit a playbook, a calendar that I believe they have a secret calendar of events that they stage and pull off. But there are messages in it, and there is a program, and again, a playbook and an agenda. And they have it methodically planned out, and they act it out. The Nephilim, the fallen angels, people who are part of their secret groups, they're all in on the caper to lie to us as they take us to the mark of the beast and 666. But you have a choice. His name is Jesus. The Bible says, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whomsoever believe in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. We'll never have to go through this again, people. You endure, I endure. You pray for me, I'll pray for you. We got to get through this. There's some storms coming. There might be something tomorrow, according to my decode. There might be something on the 6th. There might be something on the 12th. This will be a pivotal month. At some point, they will unalive Donald J. Trump, but it will be a fake. It'll be a phony. He'll be somewhere else golfing. They have set a climate of confusion, doubt, and fear, and now they're going to have a state of chaos. This allows them to move and do the things they want to do. Trump is playing out his role, but it won't be long. He'll be out of the picture. And then they'll go to another phase, probably Kamala Harris and Obama. Again, I might not like it, but I'm reading it for what it is. God bless you and God keep you. Thank you.